Hi guys, Crochet Connect here. I'm coming to you today with a little bit of a thrift haul. I know it's been a while. It's been a couple of months now. I have not done any crocheting in that time. Life has been happening again. Nothing too serious, but just life. My younger daughter broke her leg. So I spent a couple of weeks, well, 4 weeks really, carrying her around, because even when she got a soft cast on to walk with, she was refusing to walk. So that was an exhausting 4 weeks, but she has her cast off and she's walking now and she's fine. And a couple of weeks ago, my whole family had a stomach bug. My daughter came home from school one day feeling sick, and then she ended up like throwing up all night. And then the next night, my other daughter was throwing up all night. And then the next day, my husband was throwing up. It wasn't COVID, because we tested my daughter, the first daughter that got sick, and she was negative. So it was just and it was over like within like 12 hours. It wasn't even a 24-hour bug. It was like a 12-hour bug. It was pretty quick. But it was stressful and messy and just children. But yeah, so just, yeah, tiring life has been happening, so I haven't had much time to do any of my hobbies. So I haven't had much crocheting time, plus my husband's work schedule has changed again. And it's just hard to find time to do personal things when I have to take care of the kids in the house. So yeah, but we have had time for a little thrift shopping over the last couple of months, and I was also given some yarn that was found thrift as well. So first, since these are right here, I'll start with these. I don't think I showed these in my last video. I think I found these like a couple of weeks after my last video. I went to my local Value Village and I found 4 crochet magazines. So I found 2 Simply Crochet and 1 Inside Crochet. These ones, I believe, are all British magazines. And so cover price for Canada is like a lot of money. The Simply Crochet magazines are $15.99 Canadian. I have seen these around in a couple of bookstores, but I've never bought them because price. I think they actually usually come like wrapped like in a plastic bag with like bonus things inside, usually like a hook or some yarn or extra little pattern booklets or whatever. And same with Inside Crochet. The cover price for this, I don't know if there's just a British price on the cover, so I don't know what the Canadian price would be, but it's £6.99 British. I don't know what the conversion would be on that, but yeah. So these were fun finds. So I found them at Value Village, and I think they now charge $1.29 for magazines. It's either $1.29 or $1.49. It keeps going up, but considering the cover price of these, that's actually really good. And also on that same day at Value Village, I found this issue of Interweave Crochet, and apparently it is the special final issue. I did not know Interweave Crochet was ending. Although I don't follow Interweave Crochet that closely, because it's usually mostly clothes. And I like magazines with a wider variety of items. So I've never really bought many of these. I've only bought them when I find them thrift. So I had no idea they were ending. So that's kind of sad. Because I know they've been around for a long time, because I've seen them at new stores along with Crochet World and stuff, like on newsstands. But yeah, so I found that also $1.29 or $1.49, whatever it is. Excuse me. And the Canadian cover price is $10.99, so it was a good deal for that as well. So yeah, although I just have to say I'm kind of disappointed with this one, because apparently these also, they usually come wrapped in plastic with a separate little pattern booklet. And this one had a separate pattern booklet for these cute dinosaurs. But since I got it thrift, it didn't come with that booklet, so I don't have the pattern for these dinosaurs, which saddens me. But there's a lot of other cute patterns in that magazine, so that was a good find. And then just last week, I went, my husband and I went thrifting in another small city about 15 minutes from here. We haven't left the city in a very long time, and we just wanted to get out for a day, so we went to that city and went to a couple of thrift stores, and at one of them, it's called the Mission Thrift Store, I found this stack of crochet magazines, vintage crochet magazines. So first I found Hooked on Crochet, which I have never seen before. This is, I think, from 1996, possibly. I flipped through it and found it. Oh, yes. November, December 96. So this is actually a Christmas issue, so I had to have that because I have to collect Christmas patterns. I don't know what it is with Christmas patterns, but I have to have all of them. And then I found a couple of issues of Annie's Crochet Newsletter, which I've been trying to collect, but they are very hard to find, so I was excited to find two that I don't already have. So yeah, so these are the November, December 97 and May, June 1999. Yeah, and normally before my video, I would look up information on any magazines that I've never heard of before, but I just haven't had time, and I've just always been too exhausted. I just haven't gotten around to it. So maybe I'll have that next time. And then I found two issues of Annie's Pattern Club, which I don't think I've ever heard of and didn't know it existed. But I love anything Annie's, so I grabbed these two. So this one is August, September 1981. That's quite vintage. And August, September 1983. So yeah, I really love the vintage ones. It's so fascinating to see what kind of things people crocheted back in the day. And I found this Crochet Home, which I've also never heard of. This is, I don't know what month or year. Oh, December, January 1997. So there is that. And I found two Annie's Favorite Crochet, which I've also never heard of, but again, Annie's. So Annie's does a lot of things. So yeah. So this is October 2006 and April 2005. And as I've held them up, you've probably noticed some of the prices. Most of them were 50 cents and a couple of them were 75 cents. I think those are steal prices. So of course I had to have them all. I wasn't going to pass them up for those prices. But the only thing is I hate when they put the stickers like right on the front because you can't get them off without ripping the magazine. Why do they do that? Like, at least put it on the back. Don't ruin the cover. But whatever. I'm not going to complain. Cheap pattern magazines. Not complaining. And then the last thing I have, we went to visit my in-laws for Easter, and my mother-in-law found some yarn for me at a thrift store, I guess. I never have this kind of luck with yarn. I've gone to a bunch of thrift stores in the last couple of months, and they have had many bags of yarn, but most of the yarn is like scraps. They can't really do much with it. It's nothing really exciting. And it's just, the prices keep going up. It's just not worth the price for all those scraps and ends. So I haven't really found anything that caught my eye enough to want to buy. But my mother-in-law somehow found this. So, obviously I don't know how much she paid for them. I didn't ask. But she found me this 1 pound jumbo super value knitting worsted weight yarn. It is Zeller's brand, which Zeller's was a like discount department store equivalent to Walmart, but Canadian. And it was around for decades, and it finally went bankrupt in, I think it was 2012, 2013. So yeah, so they don't exist anymore, which is a shame because, like maybe 2 or 3 years before they closed down was when I really got into crochet, and they had an awesome yarn section, much better than Walmart, but now they're gone. So I don't know, because Zeller's was around for a while, so I don't know exactly how old this would be. I don't think I remember seeing this at Zeller's back when I first started getting into crochet. So like circa 2010. I don't remember seeing this there, so it might be older than that. I don't know. The colorway is pale pink, and it's a 1 pound skein, so that is awesome. And I have this bag of red yarn, which I have not yet opened. I may need to open it to find the colorway. Oh wait, there is no colorway, there's just a lot number, it looks like. But this is Sail Knitting Worsted from the Bay, which is another Canadian department store. They now, they've rebranded and it's called Hudson's Bay. And this logo was one they used way back like in the 80s. That was supposed to be this like weird stylized bee. I don't know if you can see it clearly. So yeah, they used to use that logo back in like the 80s and 90s. They've like completely rebranded now and it doesn't look like that anymore. But yeah, so this store has been around for decades, and it's kind of like it's more like a Sears kind of department store. It's just mostly clothing and like kitchen, bath, bed, housewares. So I don't recall them ever carrying yarn. They might have carried it when I was too young to remember. I actually did do a lot of research and I could not find like anything on this yarn. I did find one post on a website where someone was selling some of this, and they said it was circa 1985 yarn, so that would make sense because I was a toddler in the 80s, so I would not have known. I would not have been like aware of a lot of the things in that store. We didn't actually go to that store very often either because it was kind of a pricey store, so that makes sense that it would have been from the 80s. They definitely did not have yarn when I started shopping there on my own later. I don't know when they stopped carrying yarn. I could not find anything online about the Bay carrying yarn. So this is like mystery yarn, but awesome. So yeah, so these are 50-gram balls, and there are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them, but I will find something. And actually, oddly, I went to a Goodwill a few weeks ago and I found a couple more skeins of these. I didn't buy them because I already have so much of this and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And small house, not much storage. I'm trying not to buy too much more yarn. But I find a couple more skeins of this red and also a couple of skeins of this in blue. Actually, I kind of wish I bought the blue, but I didn't. So yeah, that was really weird to get this and then to find more. That was random. So yeah. So that is all I have to show today. I just wanted to get on here and do a video before I forgot about all this stuff. So yeah. So that's about it. I will try to get some crochet done for my next video. I actually went hunting and found refound the pattern for the mermaid blanket because I need to make one for my younger daughter now. I have all the yarn. I bought like months ago. I'm pretty sure I showed it in a video, but I haven't started it yet. I just found the pattern. It was like buried in my room, but I found it. So I'm going to try to start that, although the hot weather is here now and I'm not big on crocheting big items in the hot weather, so I don't know if I'm going to get that done anytime soon, but I want to try. So yeah. So I hope everybody's been having a better 2022 than I have. And hope everybody's having a good start to summer wherever you are. I hope everyone's having nice weather. We're having very nice weather here. I was able to plant my garden already because we're no longer having freezing temperatures overnight. So I just went ahead and planted. We have our AC in already because it is getting hot. And yeah. So I think that's it. So I hope everybody's been having a good month and happy crafting.